The most important part of having a successful business is your offer. And this is something that a lot of people struggle with. They don't know what to offer, they don't know how to offer it, they don't know what the price should be. And in this video, I want to share exactly how you can construct an awesome offer that people are excited to buy. It sells itself, and pretty much any industry you can hit, let's say 10,000 a month, kind of pretty reasonably, if you structure your offer correctly. So I'm gonna just share with you absolutely everything that I know, everything I've learned through doing this myself over the years. I've had a lot of offers, from selling music to selling meditations, meditation workshops and mindfulness lectures. What else have I done? Creative offers, and now business offers as well. So I've learned quite a lot, and I'm also going to share with you all the knowledge that I've cultivated from my own mentors as well, to just give you as much support as you can on this journey. And this video is part 2 of my mini series, where I'm teaching you literally everything that's involved in my own organic attraction method. So this is how I attract clients, make pretty good money while doing minimal work, and the whole point is that it's low effort, high reward, and everybody's happy. So really good customer experiences. So let's just get into it. The reason I'm holding a croissant is because this is just a great demonstration of the first point here that we're talking about, which is, you know, how these are both croissants, but this one costs about €4.70, and this one costs $1.60. Even though it's basically the same thing, like more or less the same ingredients. Like this one's an almond croissant, and it's got, you know, almonds and icing sugar on top, and then inside as well, it's got almond filling, and it's like double baked. So this one, ironically, sells faster, and it's like 4 times the price, whereas this one, it's just plain. So a lot of people that come to me, they have an offer that's like this croissant, like it's a bit meh, and there's only really a few tweaks that you need to make in order to turn it into something like this, and it sells faster, and it's, in my opinion, it's tastier. And it's funny how quickly you can actually change something like this to that with just a few shifts in ingredients, different. And in my community, the Conscious Creator Club, there's like 750 people in there at the moment. And I say that just to say that somebody joined that group, and we were just sending a few DMs back and forth. And I just gave a little suggestion about how to, you know, modify the offer and the way he was going about selling it. And then like 2 days later, he sent me a screenshot of a Stripe payment of like £4,000. So really, you can pretty quickly make a lot of progress, especially if you already have an audience. Like, you're not too far away from making quite a lot of money. So let's start off then with the problem. So ultimately, any offer has to solve a problem. So I'm going to touch on the problem, then I'm going to talk about the packaging, and then I'm going to talk about some myths around niching, because there's a lot of errors that people make there that kind of shoot themselves in the foot. And then we're going to talk about pricing at the end. So your offer has to solve a problem. And this is something that I would say the majority of people, myself included, fail upon. We don't solve a problem. And we think that we are solving a problem, but actually, if you look at it, you're not. So an example of this is, if your offer is something along the lines of, I'm going to help you unlock your potential, or I'm going to coach you to be more authentic. Those aren't actually problem-solving offers. Like, it doesn't make sense. What the hell does it mean to be authentic? What does it mean to unlock your potential? I don't know. It's different for everybody. So if you're trying to sell that to someone, it's not even that you're a bad coach or whatever, but no one knows what you're doing. You don't even know what you're doing if you're being honest. And I say that from experience because I used to have an unlock your potential, be more authentic offer and no one bought it. Why? Because there's no tangible outcome. There's no problem being solved. So this is like the first pitfall that people fall into. And the truth is nobody wakes up in the morning and says, oh, I really want to be more authentic today. Oh man, I really want to unlock my potential. The last few weeks, I know I haven't unlocked it. I'm hoping today I'm going to unlock it. No one says that. But more likely, some things that we might say are, I'd like to make more money today. Or I'd like to get some more clients for my business. Or I'd like to lose some weight. Or I'd like to learn how to do this task more efficiently so that I can save time and then spend more with my family or whatever. So the problem that you're solving needs to be specific and you need to be able to name what it is. So helping people be authentic, it's not clear what the problem is. And I want to reiterate, the issue isn't that you don't have knowledge, that you can't deliver an offer, but it's just you haven't yet landed on what that offer is. And when we end up in this space of being all vague, usually the reason is because we're afraid to pick one specific problem to solve, because we're afraid that if we do, we're going to exclude people. And the truth is, you are going to exclude people. Like this almond croissant, if you don't like almonds, you ain't buying it. But because it's an almond croissant, because it's a premium product, you can charge more for it. You're speaking to a specific group of people who want tasty almond filling in their belly. And so you can charge the premium and people will buy it. So that's a huge myth that once you let go of it, you're going to immediately see a big increase in sales for your business. Okay? Now, the problem that you're solving, okay, it's probably not too different to a lot of the other problems that other people are solving. And that's not an issue, by the way. There's only so many problems that humans face, okay? But the reason someone's going to invest in you to help them solve their problem versus somebody else is going to be because of the packaging, okay? So again, if we look at the almond croissant, it distinguishes itself because it's got almonds on the top, it's got icing sugar and blah, blah, blah. That's really important, okay? So let's translate that to an offer. How you package it is vital because we act on emotion. So if I don't feel a strong emotion based on your offer and the copy that you use to communicate what your offer is, I'm not going to take an action to invest in it. And that's a shame because your offer is probably great and it would probably help me, but I need a little bit of help. I need you to speak to my desires, okay? And this is where we come on to this statement that I learned from a mentor. I don't know who came up with it, but it's sell them what they want, give them what they need. So what does that mean? Okay. If my offer involves a revenue increase goal, whatever, like let's say I'm helping businesses to get more clients and grow their business. What is the goal of my prospective client? It's to make more money, okay? So if I'm packaging an offer, I'm going to want to speak to that desire. They want to make more money. If you're, let's say, a PT or something like that, what do your clients want? They want a six-pack. They want to lose body fat. They want to gain muscle, and on and on. So you need to speak to those desires because that's going to get people in the door. And this isn't some sleazy, false, marketing sales tactic. No, it's literally just, this is what you can expect if you invest in this offer. always we're assuming that your offer is high integrity. I know it is, because you wouldn't be watching me talk for this long with no edits if you weren't interested in building a high integrity business. So let's come back to this. Give them what they want. Pardon me. Sell them what they want. Give them what they need, okay? So let's say you've sold them on getting an extra 10,000 per month in revenue. Awesome. Now, anyone who's got half a brain knows that you can't just buy an offer and immediately have an extra 10K revenue. So this is where give them what they need comes into play. There's certain things that you need to do in order to hit 10K in revenue. Okay, so this is the boring part that we don't really want to do. We don't want to take out the spreadsheet and evaluate where we've been spending too much money and where we could save, and we don't want to, set up the marketing copy, or we don't want to hop on a sales call, or we don't want to, sit down and brainstorm YouTube titles and thumbnails for 10 hours a day. But that is what you need to do in order to achieve the thing that you want. So you sell them what they want. You want 1 million subscribers. Okay, great. Sell them on that. Give them the tools required to hit 1 million subscribers. This is the number one thing that is going to set you aside from being a person with a floppy meh croissant and a delicious high value premium almond croissant that people are really excited to buy, and the shop's often sold out of them. Okay, so that's the packaging. Now, let's talk about the niche. Some people think that you need to be really hyper specific, and I'm going to use my business as a way to share why you don't need to be too specific. I want to give you a visual representation of this ring of offers. So it's like a proximity based offer, and I'm just going to visualize it for you because this is the game changer for me and everyone I've ever showed it to. So you have this circle in the middle, okay? This is going to be our main offer, and this is like the overall concept of the offer. Okay, so in my situation, my offer was basically to help you build an audience, to pursue your interests, and to earn a high online income. Now, as part of that, there's various things involved. There's content creation, there's value creation, there's building an offer, and a few other things as well, depending on your needs. But overall, that is what this dot represents. Now, on the outside then, we have what we call the first ring, okay? This is actually my free community. It's completely free, okay? So in there you get free courses, you get free calls, you get community, you get access to me in a small way. And that can be very, very, very impactful for the right person. Now, on the outside of that, we have another offer. And this one, I'm just gonna put some dollar signs. Okay, so this is what I would call my mentorship. And this, again, it's a very, very impactful offer. It does require an investment, and it does get even more time with me and even more resources from me. And this is great for a lot of people that are maybe just wanting, group accountability support. There's multiple calls with me per week as well as part of that, and you get basically everything I've ever learned, all of my systems. Outside that, again, we have, let's say, even more dollar signs. And this is my bespoke one-on-one done with you offer. So this is obviously the highest value because it's literally one-on-one. I'm doing it with you. I literally look at your situation and treat it as my own effectively. So because of that, there's more investment, but ultimately it's the same offer. My free community, the mentorship, and my one-on-one, it's all stemming from this blue dot in the middle. So you don't need to just have a blue dot and that's it. You can have different levels of access, different proximity to you, different resources and things that you do for your clients depending on what their needs are. And this means that you're able to help more people. Because the fact is, I can help a beginner and I can also help somebody who's got 1 million subscribers. So why would I just help one or the other when I could just help them all? And it doesn't really require any more effort from my part because it's what I already do and know. So it's not like I need to learn something else. It's just, oh, you need this? Sure, here you go. Oh, you need this? Oh, okay, you can have that too. So it's just a really great way to increase your revenue, but also increase the support that you're able to offer to the market. And it doesn't really require a whole lot more effort because you're still going to be making content and promoting yourself. So it's just a no-brainer. So this is how you can serve multiple niches or multiple parts of the niche, depending on how you want to look at that, and make a lot more money and have lower level and higher level clients. And this is just wonderful because no matter where people are at, you're going to be able to offer them something. You're going to be able to help them on their journey. And that's just super important. If you want to hit those higher months, you don't want someone to come to you and then be like, oh, I can't help you because you're too advanced and I only help lower level people. You can just do both and adapt your offer and what goes into that. And since I'm mentioning that, if you want me to help you build your offer, then you can just click the link below. I'll put one there and you can book in a call with me and I can see if I could help you. Pricing is then another thing that you might be wondering about. How do you price something? Like, how do they decide to price the Almond Croissant at $4.70 and this other one at $1.60? Is it because it costs that much more to produce that one? No, I doubt it. But the experience of having an almond croissant is just 10 times more explosive for the right person. So, with that in mind, if we come back to the sort of proximity-based offer I just described, one where it's a group and then one where it's one-on-one and maybe more intimate, more advanced, you can imagine that there's going to be a price difference there because the value that someone is getting at the stage of building out an offer is obviously going to be a higher return on investment than if you're just making your first few videos. So you see there, you're going to price them differently. Now, in terms of the actual price that you pick, it really depends on what you can hold as an individual, because the truth is you can sell a PT offer for 100 a month or you can sell it for 10,000 a month, depending on who you're selling it to. So maybe you don't feel comfortable charging 10,000 a month for a service, in which case that's okay. Then you would just need to kind of pick what you feel comfortable with. But there's always a point where coaches, consultants, everyone that I ever work with, they always feel like they can't get a paying client. Like, there's so many freaking coaches that are out there and they've never had a paying client. And the only way to get over that is to just get a paying client. So that just means hop on calls with people or DM people or whatever, or have a landing page and give people an opportunity to give you money. It's only when they give you money that you'll actually believe that you're worthy of it. Because until that's happened, you don't believe it. And anyone that says, oh, I know I'm worthy of it, bullshit. If you knew, you would literally have it in your bank account, but you don't yet, and that's okay. So you just got to keep asking, stating the price until people say, okay, sounds good. And you know, when enough people pay you at like 1K, then you can bump it up to 1.5, and it's a combination of what do you feel comfortable saying, and also what does the market say? Because if people aren't paying you 2K and you think you're worth 2K, you're not worth 2K. And I'm being a bit harsh there, but honestly, that's the truth. You're worth what you're paid. And if you've not been paid that yet, then you're not worth it yet. Doesn't mean to say you won't be, but you need to test these things and have the humility to say, oh, maybe actually I'm not worth what I thought I was worth. So I'm just having a glance at my notes here to make sure that I haven't missed out on anything for you. And I don't believe I have. So that's it, guys. You need to focus on the problem, identify what it is. None of this unlock your potential nonsense. None of this, oh, I'll help you be more authentic. Silly. Come on. What's underneath that? What's the outcome that people care about? And then imbue that into your packaging. Sell them what they want, give them what they need. And remember, any sensible person who's actually willing to put in the work, they know that it's not as easy as you're going to make 10K in the next 2 months and with a 100% money back guarantee. It's silly. Nonsense. Anyone who's actually going to take accountability and responsibility for their actions in this world, they know that they're going to have to put in work. And you're there to support them and give them the knowledge and the tools that maybe they're missing right now. You can serve different areas of the niche, just like I do, just like so many other people do in this space. You don't need to just serve men aged 22 to 27. You can be more flexible there and just adjust your packaging and the program and how it goes and what have you. And then the pricing, I just touched on that. You really need to just pick a number and test it. Test it internally. How do you feel about it? How do other people feel about it? And then course correct as you go on. So this has been part 2, offer creation. The next part of this series is story selling, which is exactly how you're going to sell these offers in an effortless way. So you can check out that video here.